Construction popping up in a lot of South Dakota communities. For example, in Lennox, one resident now has concerns about the costs surrounding a new development. And he's also questioning which projects are chosen and whether the quality of workmanship is worth all of the price. Beth Warden takes a look here at 4 o'clock.
If you look at it, just the appearance, it looks rough, it looks ugly.
Lennox resident and business owner Mitch Marcotte is surprised to see a layer of rough asphalt on one of the new roads.
The road was in good shape, brand new, very little traffic, and then this happened.
Marcotte believes the 2-year-old road doesn't need an asphalt wear coat for a few more years.
3 to 5 years depending on traffic. We have light traffic here. We have dead ends and cul-de-sacs.
He also wonders about the spending decisions while Lennox residents foot the bill.
He's a little concerned about where is our money going.
The city of Lennox confirms the street maintenance fee will rise to $1.50 per frontage foot in 2024. Future increases of $2 in 2025 and $2.50 in 2026. Some residents question why the $125,000 seal project was arranged while other roads need help.
We got roads that are still gravel. So why are we putting down extra asphalt when we could be fixing the gravel roads and the potholes?
Marcotte is also wondering about the quality of the work.
These are just Swiss cheese asphalt everywhere.
We contacted the city of Lennox and heard back from City Administrator Nathan Vanderplatz, who says the city strives to seal coat new streets within the first 2 to 3 years. Vanderplatz also points out 3 blocks of gravel streets will be eliminated next year, and an additional 6 blocks are scheduled to be paved in 2025.
This stuff's still pretty soft.
Regarding the quality of the work, the city will provide a punch list to Asphalt Surfacing Company of Sioux Falls, noting the needed repairs. The paving company has not received the punch list. In Lennox, Beth Warden, Dakota News Now.